Okay, so for Snowball's 5th day, we are going to go over all of her commands that we taught her. So we're going to start with heel. Heel means walk next to me on a loose leash. So if she chooses not to, she tries to walk ahead, we'll say no and give the leash a little pop and release and then tell her heel. And then of course reward her when she's in the correct spot, which is going to be right next to us on the left-hand side. Heel. Good girl. Good job. Good job. When she's in the right, no, heel. When she's in the right position, we want to encourage that with praise, treats, and petting. When she starts to get too far ahead or kind of bump into my legs, we'll say no and pop the leash. When we take Snowball on walks, heel, about 80 to 85% of the walk should be heel. The other 15 to 20% can be free sniff time. Good heel. So for example, you could walk her to some grass and tell her like free, and she can go sniff, and then you just follow her, and then heel back to the structured walk so she's not pulling into the leash or pulling us down the road. Very good. The leash should have slack in it. Good job. Good job. And then of course we can reward her with treats, praise, and petting. We're going to do sit stay next. Sit. So when you stop walking, have her sit. When you're going through a doorway, stop, have her sit. That way she doesn't just bolt out of the door and then she starts pulling on the leash. So we want to have Snowball sit. That way we can go through the door together. When I want her to stay, I'm going to tell her with a verbal cue, telling her sit, and a physical cue, telling her with my body that I want her to stay. Nope. If she gets up, we fix her. Sit. I'm sitting on my foot. Sit. I back up. Nope. Sit. Once she stays, then we go back. Good sit. Good sit. Sit. I don't want to call her to me because I'm working on the sit stay right now. Good sit. So I go back to her and I reward her in the sit stay position. Sit. Good girl. Good sit. Now I'm going to try walking around her. This is a pretty big distraction. Sit. Nope. That's okay. We'll do it until she gets it right. Sit. Good girl. Let's try a little bit more distance. Sit. Sit. Very good. Then when we're ready to release Snowball, we tell her free. And then with our body language, we show her like, come follow me. That way she understands when I back up, I'm telling her to wait. And then when I tell her free, I'm telling her follow my legs. So that's a way to help Snowball understand what our expectations are. Just that little tiny bit of body language change to let her know whether to release from the command or wait and stay there. Free. Free. So next we'll need the long leash because we're doing come when called. When you practice this with Snowball outside, you probably won't have to throw a treat for her to get distracted because of the grass and different smells. We might throw a treat in here. Make sure you always practice with the leash on because the leash is to help guide her if she doesn't come back when we call. So, free. She's sniffing the leash, right? I'm going to call her. Come. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. But the leash should be loose. Then I call her. Come. And I use the leash if she doesn't run to me right away. Good job. So I reel her in, free, showing her that when I say that command, come. Good job. It means run to me and get your treat. Good job. Free. You just want to stay by your leash, huh? Come. Good. hesitated there on the leash, good job. Hey. Because I wanted to see if she would leave her leash and come to me. Good job. So that's why we have a leash on Snowball, especially when practicing this, because if she doesn't come to us, we want to show her that, yes, when I say that command, it means run to me. And if we don't have a leash on her, then we can't really enforce our commands. Good job. So we'll switch her back to the short lead and do place. So I show her the bed, place, and then we always put the treats on the bed, place. That way she thinks the bed produces the reward. So this is a great command to practice for when people are coming over or for when you're eating. That way she's not really excited and greeting your guests by jumping, and she's not begging for food at the table if she does that. It's just a great way to add structure to her life in the house. Good place. So we start doing the distance, distraction, duration. Let's say I want her to get used to someone knocking on the door. Place. I would start easy. Good place. Then if I want to knock on the door, I have to just ease my way there. So place. I'm going to go out of camera here for a second. Halfway to the door. And then I go back and reward. Good place. Now I'm going to go to the door and knock. Place. Good. Good place. Since she's laying down, good place. I'm going to give her a few more treats because I want to encourage this calm behavior on place. So that's how you start adding the distractions of someone coming over. As you start easy and then slowly make it a little bit more difficult. Good job. Place. If Snowball keeps making the mistake of getting off of the bed, we may have gone too challenging in our exercise. So if it's something she's done before, then definitely correct her. If she gets off of the bed, you still want to correct her and then do it until she gets it right. But if she keeps making the same mistake over and over again, maybe we started at too high of a level. Just bump it down a little bit, do something similar but maybe not as challenging. So for example, if I went and knocked on the door and she kept getting off time and time again, maybe instead of going all the way to the door, I would just go to the wall and knock there, make it a little easier, then work my way to the door so that she can be successful. Make sure you always end on a successful note. So like place, if I squat down, she stays, I'm going to reward that. Good place. I'm going to keep dropping treats. Then when we're ready for Snowball to get off of place, we always go to her, and with our body language, we are going to release her from the bed. Place. Free. Free. Good job. You don't have to pull her off of the bed. When you tell her free, if she hesitates a little bit, just tell her free again. Good job. Sit. So those are her commands for day school level 1. We have heel, sit, stay, play, stay, and come when called. She's doing awesome. Keep up the good work at home. And like always, have fun and stay consistent.